Air Canada recently decided to refund all passengers whose flights were cancelled due to the coronavirus pandemic. To some extent, the decision to return the money to clients was based on the fact that country's authorities had indicated that state financial support would be dependent on the company's final decision to return the money. The union representing Air Canada employees believes that in comparison with other countries, the federal government of Canada has not provided enough support to the aviation industry. Therefore, Unifor is asking for help. They believe that government support will improve the situation for Air Canada employees. According to Jared Dias, president of Unifor, negotiations have been underway for a $9 billion loan since early November. The government has set 3 conditions that Air Canada must meet in order to receive financial assistance. The first condition says that it's necessary to refund all passengers for tickets for flights that have been postponed or cancelled due to the pandemic. The second condition is to restart flights on some routes that have been suspended due to COVID-19. The third condition is to protect Canadians and the public interest. It means that Air Canada has to offer affordable prices for their tickets.
Talking about Air Canada's ethic and social corporate responsibility, the mission of this successful foundation is to connect Canada with all other parts of the world. Let's talk about Air Canada's ethics. The airline has mainly contributed towards providing support to the Canadian registered charities focusing on health and well-being of children by raising funds and providing financial aid. Also, Air Canada started a partnership with a number of NGOs of Canada in support in major health problems related to Canadians. Not only this, Air Canada highly contributed toward children's health through various programs and partnerships. Furthermore, Air Canada fan flight program rewards and celebrates children who are contributing towards community with their talents. Also, Air Canada encouraged 30% of growth in number of women working on the board. It also encourages diversity of employers since 4 years, named under Canada's top 100 employers since 4 years. And also it improved fuel efficiency from 2009 to 2019, progressing toward carbon neutral growth.
Air Canada is Canada's largest domestic and international airline and has been rated among the 20 largest airlines in the world. The company negotiated a contract with a third party to reflect the growth of mass travel regulations and has suffered a drop in consolidated revenues of more than 30% and expects to continue to do so for the program term. Also, Air Canada Pilots Association called it a rig process, saying it means outsourcing and offshoring of pilot down. In addition to this, airlines outsource maintenance to countries like China to achieve cost savings from a comparatively lower wages and from lower costs to build and maintain repair facilities. In some cases, particularly in China, government investment and other incentives along with backing from national airlines to repair foreign facilities has increased considerably over the past decade. While the investigation reports and labor union-sponsored studies of airline outsourcing practices have been critical of foreign repair facilities, a more detailed outsourcing or offshoring has had a measurable negative impact on safety, quality, assurance, or reliability.
Air Canada's joint ventures, partnerships, and collaborations. In collaboration with Shoppers Drug Mart, the International Outbound Travel COVID-19 testing was established for asymptomatic individuals who require a negative test in preparation for an upcoming international flight. As of mid-December 2020, these tests are no longer covered by the government. Appointments are booked in advance and cost $199 plus applicable provincial tax. Results are available within 48 hours. United Airlines and Air Canada. Since early 2011, the joint venture between these two airlines had been in fruition. Based on press release in October 2020, AirCanada and United Continental Holdings Inc. have concluded a memorandum of understanding that sets out principles for a comprehensive revenue-sharing joint venture. The enhanced partnership would immensely improve the travel experience and pricing to benefit the consumers traveling between the United States and Canada. Proposed acquisition of Air Transat. On October 10, 2020, Air Canada announced its acquisition agreement with Transat AT Incorporation. As of April 2021, Air Canada and Air Transat released statements terminating their $190 million deal that was initiated over 2 years ago because of the impact COVID-19 pandemic has on the transportation sector. The European Commission argued that it would lead to higher prices and limit the choices for travelers. On December 14, 2020, Air Canada, Chase, and MasterCard announced a partnership that will ensure Chase the exclusive issuer of the airline's Aeroplan US credit card. MasterCard will become the exclusive payments network for this partnership. Starting late 2021, Aeroplan will become a transfer partner in Chase's Ultimate Rewards program. The new Aeroplan credit card is predicted to launch at the same time. Aeroplan points can be earned every time you fly Air Canada, booked in cash or on the website or app. Furthermore, you can earn points from airline partners and Star Alliance counterparts as well. Aside from redeeming for flight awards, Aeroplan has an e-store in which you can earn points with popular retail partners and redeem for merchandise, gift cards, and more. Some of their featured partners include Starbucks, Home Hardware, Apple, and Sephora.
Hello, this is Anastasia and I will talk about the way the social-cultural environment affects Air Canada. Let's talk about some main social trends emerging in the world these days. Growing eco-consciousness is the first trend. Eco-consciousness among consumers is growing considerably these days. According to Nielsen, 3/4 of millennials are altering their purchasing habits to favor eco-friendly offerings. So what is Air Canada's role in this situation? The carbon impact of a single long flight equals to the total amount of emissions released by a car annually. Apparently, young eco-lovers will not tolerate the fact that airlines harm the environment that much. Hence, Air Canada should be ready to invest in new tools and technologies to create greener solutions. The rising number of international students in Canada is another tendency. Enrollments for international students in formal programs in Canada has more than tripled for the last decade. Hopefully, when the pandemic ends, education will go back to its traditional form, with students attending in-person classes. In this scenario, foreign students will have to fly to Canada to pursue their studies there. Most other international students will visit their home countries regularly, which will grow the number of clients for airlines, allowing Air Canada to sell more tickets. The third trend, or more like our prediction, is that most business meetings will take place online, even when the pandemic ends. Due to COVID-19, a lot of communications take place online. This also includes business meetings, which often required entrepreneurs to travel somewhere before the virus started. The point is that the pandemic can show business people that online communication is the most convenient and efficient way of negotiation. Therefore, with the shift in preferences, the number of business flights may never be as high as it used to be, which will negatively affect Air Canada's sales and profitability. One more trend is that younger generations share their opinions online. Millennials and centennials are keen on sharing their thoughts and opinions on social media, which burdens businesses. Now companies can't act as freely as they could in the past, as a single wrong practice can result in negative online publicity. Air Canada is rated at only 3 out of 5 stars on TripAdvisor, and the airline has a lot of poor reviews from its clients. If the business does not work towards improving customer satisfaction, its online rating will fall even further, which may potentially take away its opportunity to attract new clients. However, is it a problem for Air Canada in this practically monopolistic structure? Another trend is increasing demands on the quality of customer service. In fact, approximately 50% of present-day customers say that just one bad experience with customer service would make them switch to a new brand. According to the reviews for Air Canada, its customer support is quite poor, and the support team is often incapable of assisting, response time is despicable, and even the booking process is a mess. With consumers setting higher expectations for customer service these days, Air Canada must invest in training its employees to meet this growing demand. Finally, we have growing veganism. When talking about American consumers, the number of vegans in the US has grown by more than 3,000% over the past 15 years. Is Air Canada ready to meet this trend? The airline's Fly Vegan menu is rated at only 1.3 stars out of 5. Customers complain that most options on the menu are not even vegan, and the only alternative for this group is unhealthy sugary snacks. Subsequently, vegan passengers are frustrated and they require Air Canada to work on its menu, and the airline should do this with the expanding plant-based group.